ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of Curious Kane. We've got two very special guests here, very interesting guests, completely random from the mall. As announced, right? We've got them here. Let's go ahead and get them introduced.
Wait a second. There's people inside of this box. How'd you get in there? I'll worry about it later.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Come on in.
What are you guys doing in there? Ugh.
Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to episode 1 of Curious Kane, Rob and Sam. Welcome. I'm so scared right now.
You should be.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Rob and Sam are on the podcast. And the first thing I gotta ask is, you see this random stranger come up to you while you're on the phone, Rob, ask you to be on a podcast. What's going through your brain there?
Part of my brain is like still in the mode of happy birthday, Dad. And then part of me is like, random podcast.
Random
Why not?
podcast. Jeez. And then Sam actually came up after and introduced herself. And I had no clue that I would luck out with two guests that were actually, haunted house actors. So, what in the world? How do you even get into that type of work there?
So for me, it actually started because I was helping out at a friend's tattoo shop when I was 14.
Okay. Tattooing at 14?
No,
Lovely.
I was actually helping with cleaning up the shop, making sure things were actually up to code and sanitary,
Boom.
while also helping to make sure everything's accounted for, especially jewelry, because we have to make sure everything is, surgical or titanium, gold, and allergen free. So we want to make sure everything is as safe as possible.
Yep.
Well, they ended up deciding to do a haunted house and took over this place that used to have like indoor inflatables for kids to come and play at.
Okay.
Well, it started there, and I was a nun that was coming out of a casket, huge gaping hole in her cheek, just popping out with this, I think, at the time, probably 4.5, 5 foot long boa.
Oh, God.
Oddly enough, her name was Lilith. Loved me. Every time she was with me, she would not go to her owner. From then on,
This is a real python.
it was real.
Okay. This is a real snake.
Yes, I've been around them my entire life, thanks to my older sister.
Yep. Okay.
Well, from then on, I started working with them and then went and helped with the Bowling Green Police Department because they had what was called the Cancer Cops.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did 2 back-to-back seasons, and all of the proceeds was going to the American Cancer and Heart.
Boom.
So first year, we actually had John Carpenter himself, the director for Halloween, come through.
No way.
Oh, God, yes. He is a lovely man.
My friend Dylan Smith, shout out Dylan Smith, loves the Halloween movies.
Oh, I love...
He's going to love that.
Mr. Carpenter is absolutely phenomenal.
Wow.
I accidentally scared him when I was coming out of the bathroom. That night, we decided to go all out for my makeup. Half my face just ripped off.
Ripped.
And, of course, where I've got natural blue eyes,
Yeah.
it looked like they were glowing.
Uh-huh.
So when I walk out, I'm picking hair out of the latex and fake blood and everything. He turns around, jumps about a foot in the air, and just grabs his chest. And I'm just sitting there like, I didn't even do anything. But that year, he had come because he's seen the video of both my niece and I.
Mm-hmm.
My niece and I are both natural-born scream queens, as he calls us.
Scream Queen.
Yes.
Official.
Well, he actually heard me, and that night, I fractured glass with my scream. Like a completely spiderweb. He was even doing, like, autographs and pictures. I was the only one that didn't have to pay.
Wow.
And he wanted me to be in one of the movies, but at the time I was going to cosmetology school.
You missed out on a Halloween movie?
At the time I was 19 and in school. Plus,
Sam.
I'm terrified.
Come on, Sam.
I am terrified of flying, okay?
Okay. Still, this is Halloween.
I know. But plus, I mean, he's a Kentucky native.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
It was bound.
Oh, God,
It was
yes.
bound.
And
Wow.
then ended up working at Skeleton's Lair as well, down in Scottsville, Kentucky.
Which with Skeleton's Lair, that was where I had started.
So this is your
2
beginning
years
horror
before
story.
She started at Skeleton's Lair.
Okay.
And how I got started there, my friends knew that I was wanting to get into scare acting because I was a goth kid and a metalhead.
Yeah.
I always liked to be the creepy guy.
Yep. Hey.
So
Yeah.
they were like, hey, Skeleton's Lair's hiring. So let's go ahead and go there. And then me having the whole mentality of dress for the job you want, not the one you need.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to go in my black and white trip pants, a black and gray striped sweater, a lab coat, had my hair frizzed out, and had white contacts in. And then by the end of the orientation that day, they were just like, you know what? We got a spot for you.
You got the job.
And they never moved me out of that spot for 3 years.
Jeez.
And he actually took me there for my first year there. And they had me in pretty much what looked like a Catholic, like, hospital almost, like mental asylum style.
Yeah.
The nun's room in the
Yes.
hospital.
The
The
nun's
nun's room.
No prayers happening though.
Oh, no.
No prayers.
So,
Oh,
if you had seen...
No
Have you
prayers.
seen The Conjuring? The second one?
So I'll be honest, I am not a big scary movie person.
So they actually did a spin-off with it about the nun. It's I believe it was called The Nun.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about the demon that actually possessed this nun named Valak.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And in his story, he is the commander of 30 Legions of Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Not someone you want to mess with.
No.
Well, I was actually doing the makeup for that specific character and was actually following a tutorial from one of my favorite makeup artists, PINKSTYLIST on YouTube.
Shout out PINKSTYLIST.
Love him.
Boom.
He actually commented on the makeup because I posted it to Twitter. He loved it.
Wow.
And I had so many people that year just look at me like,
Because that's like a famous. That's a famous person.
oh, PINKSTYLIST is amazing when it comes to his art.
Yeah.
Because he also taught me how to do prosthetics work.
Wow.
So not only did, he teach me how to do just the makeup itself, but how to actually blend it out, make the pieces, what to get, everything.
Damn.
But with the layer, they had me as that.
Mm-hmm.
We were legitimately one room apart, just a little short staircase. So it went from Michael Myers just popping out everywhere
Yeah.
throughout the building to me, and you just see me sitting stone still, watching you, not moving, not blinking, not breathing. And I would get up, and they're like, oh, it's an animatronic.
Yeah.
Once I started following them and screaming in Latin at them,
Oh yeah.
that's when people would book it and make it to him.
Only for me to show up.
Oh. All right, Rob. Give us the rundown here. We got to hear from you. So, demon horns, scary face going on right now. What's inspired this outfit today?
So, where I was the kind of guy that always liked spelunking, I didn't know which
Okay,
scene.
splunking, though. Give it
cave
the-
diving.
Cave
So-
diving.
Like, not literal diving, but
Ouch.
getting to
Like-
take ropes, just essentially hiking underground.
Okay.
So I'm used to being able to move around in completely uneven terrain in the dark.
Oh,
Lucky.
okay. So that's
And
a unique talent, to
and
say the
in
least,
a
right?
previous
Okay.
role, I was known for my demon voices because
Okay.
of just how unearthly they would sound.
Can we get a demon voice right now? Oh my god.
Moso.
And that's just on the light end.
I'm sweating.
I won't do full end because I'm pretty sure you don't want to hear from your neighbors wondering what's going on.
Or have the cops knocking.
I think that was a great sample there. That was a great Sam's sample. You know, a little taste of that. Jesus. That's on recording. We've got that. Oh my God. Okay, so you guys met doing the scare acting. Did you guys like, was it like from, you know, one section to the other, you guys like locked eyes and you're like, oh my God, this crazy nun is looking me up and down and I love her. Like how does that even unfold?
We've actually known each other since high school.
Oh, so you guys went to the same high school?
No, different high schools. We met because band kids.
Okay,
Because we were both in different marching bands.
Well, I actually helped out with drum corps.
Okay.
One of my friends was in drumline and was actually teaching me how to drum, which never happened because apparently I have no rhythm.
I mean, hey, you know, go watch Drumline. I think that's the word. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
But I was going to all the competitions and everything because I was there rooting on my friend, and I was also backup stick holder.
Yeah.
Because you're playing, you never know when one of your sticks is going to break.
Mm-hmm.
So I would always be the first one to be like, here you go.
Boom. Sam's got the stick. Straight up.
Which is funny because I'm now the bass player.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you just got a bass, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I actually just got a PV Millennium 5-string.
Really?
Love it. It is an absolute beauty.
Huh. One of my friends has like 6 guitars, and we'll have to introduce you to them.
Yep, this
really
is technically my second. Some of the other ones I've had just never really clicked.
Mm-hmm.
But playing my Jackson when I first got it,
Is
love
that
it first time.
Is that a brand of a bass?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it was hard for me to get the mic set up, guys. I don't know anything about that stuff. But
I got a friend that can help with that.
yeah. Hey, well, listen, look at this. Look at this.
He's also a guitarist.
Really? Okay, so
And
you
bassist.
guys had a band going on. You're scary. Jeez. So
But
there's
yeah.
just a lot of uniqueness here. I mean, from my end, okay, you guys know the goal for me. I was setting out to basically get a random person at the mall, and this is what I luck out to. And Sam and Rob were both willing to get into costume for the podcast, for Curious Kane. So you hurt yourself over there.
Just my knuckle.
Okay, but wow, I mean, I couldn't have asked for better first guests. And okay, I want to get a little bit further into how you guys met. So was it a camp that you guys were at, or like how did that happen?
It was a marching band competition.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And we had become friends that day, and then a few years went by. We found each other again.
Through LARP,
Started
actually.
playing the tunes together, huh?
No, actually, we met back up through LARP, which is live action role play.
Okay. Yeah, I know LARP. I knew LARP. I know LARP.
Yeah,
LARP
we're both
seems
LARP.
good.
Oh, it's so fun. There's actually one here.
You guys
in
gonna take me
town.
LARPing? Is that what's gonna happen?
We
If you
can.
feel up for it.
Oh, God,
We actually
I'm
make
gonna
the
go
weapons.
LARP.
In fact, some of my gear for it's in the trunk already.
Yeah.
All right. You
But-
might see us running around Lexington after this, just LARPing around. No
Oh.
big deal.
Dude, I can make you some weapons.
Oh my God. Okay. Phew.
But
Wow.
when we met back up, it was because my sister's boyfriend at the time was our monarch for our small park.
Okay.
Well, after that, we lost contact for a little bit again just because, life gets crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go onto a dating site. Not
No.
going to plug the name in, obviously.
I think we should.
Meet me.
No way. I've never even heard of that one.
It used to be called My Yearbook.
It used to be called Grinder.
No, it used to be called like My Yearbook. It was kind of like a knockoff MySpace.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay.
ended up going on there because, I had just gotten out of a bad relationship and thought I was ready.
Probably recognized Rob.
I did
Okay.
actually.
Yeah. Okay.
So we started talking and he ended up asking me out on a date. Well,
Like a
it
gentleman.
was-
Look at this guy. Of course look at this. This is the most
Oh,
gentleman
yeah.
person I've ever met.
Well, we ended up going to a hookah lounge with a couple of friends of his,
Uh-huh.
which, oddly enough, one of his friends decided he was going to try and hit on me.
Oh.
Like,
The plot thickens.
it failed horribly.
It happens. It
It
really
ended
does.
up going from flirting to congratulations, you're now little bro status.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And
Sure.
From then on, it just ended up me and him got together.
Kind of just meshed. You guys were familiar with each other anyway.
Yeah.
And then to bring everything back to Skeleton's Lair, on the final night on Halloween, as she was finishing getting ready in her scene,
Which I was in an air cast at that point.
I made sure that she was not facing me at all. And I took the ring that she had given me at the beginning of our relationship and got down on one knee and waited for her to turn around.
Wow.
Only for us to have to do it again at the end of the night because all the actors through the trail had heard about it through the wind. And so as soon as we got back to the actors building, everyone surrounded us and said, "You're not leaving until you do it right here, right now."
They
for
even
us."
blocked the door.
So you had
made
to
us
double
do it again.
propose.
Yeah.
Because we were
Worth
their
it?
first proposal out of the 18 years at that time that they had been open. Well,
That's actually
between
so
customers and actors, we were the first.
And that's at the Skeleton's Lair.
Skeleton's Lair, Scottsville,
Right.
Kentucky.
Okay, so you're acquainted with the whole scene with the scaries. You're
Oh, yeah.
in the scary scene because you were talking about Wicked World.
Yes.
So
That
Wicked
was-
World's where you guys are at now.
Yeah.
Yes, it was actually our first year there because, we've only lived in Lexington for a year now.
Okay.
And oddly enough, a couple of our friends work there that are also drag performers.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided, you know what? We miss it. Let's go back.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to set my 16th year of haunt work off with a bang.
Boom.
And ended up as their resident cannibal butcher.
Oh my gosh.
And then with it, they also just looked at me. I didn't really even have to say anything. And they're like, "Pretty sure you'll fit in the mine."
Yeah. Jeez.
Where I pretty much made that my literal stomping grounds.
Really? Jeez.
Whereas for me, I was constantly tripping over tree roots. Or
Tough day in
getting
the
scared
office.
by wolf spiders.
Oh, like actual spiders.
Yes, I'm
yeah.
terrified of spiders.
Do they howl?
If they did, I'd probably be
No,
laughing.
but the moment you see them, you'll probably be howling.
Yeah. There we go.
Beep.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost fled the makeup room as soon as I seen one on my jacket.
Oh my gosh.
There
Okay.
was one night, I don't know if the customers noticed, but I had seen in the mine shaft that one of these wolf spiders that were roughly about like yay big around
Yeah.
was just slowly coming down from the rafters, and I'm like,
He just wanted a part. You wouldn't
"You're
play a
not going to
part.
land on me, but if you land on them, good for you."
Yeah.
There was actually one we were talking about with one of the guys, Earl.
Okay.
He's the first person you see for Valley of the Dead at Wicked World.
Okay.
Well, we were talking because, we had trail chat. Let people know, hey, there's groups coming through, or watch out for a said group, or, what's going on.
Like, this group sucks.
No,
Over.
actually, it was through, Facebook Messenger.
Oh, really? Okay, so y'all are
Yes.
typing out there and
Yeah.
then set up. Okay.
Well,
Gotta
he
have
was-
the comms. You gotta have the comms.
Oh, we do have the
Yeah.
comms as well, but that's for more actual security.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, in case we need actual security or medical.
Someone
Facebook would be for more like, "Oh, this guy," or
Hey, watch the
No, you're
language.
good. You're good. I'll bleep it.
That,
or maybe not.
or,
We'll see.
hey, watch out for so-and-so person. They're being kind of creepy. I'm afraid,
They might do
try and touch.
something. Yeah.
But if we have like actual injuries or the customers are going through and actually hitting people,
Yeah.
Or
we
our
will actually
props.
straight up grab a walkie-talkie, and we have 2 police officers that stay on grounds,
Mm-hmm.
so they will immediately be on that.
But
Wow.
we're sitting there, we're in between groups. We had nice chill moment to ourselves, catch our breath, get some water, eat a snack if we needed to.
Have a
'cause-
Snickers,
Well, I mean, some of us, we've got hypoglycemia. We need to keep the sugar up.
Yeah,
that
for
way,
sure.
we don't end in the ER.
Yeah.
And they're wondering, is this domestic abuse?
Yeah. oh.
Thank God.
Please don't think it's TV. Please don't think it's TV. Please don't think it's TV.
Which that's another story. So, I'm sitting there. I'm looking at my phone. My sister had messaged me, ask how it was going, see if I got any stories for the night yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see a message pop up in Trail Chat. I don't know. I don't know what was going through his head to say this, but Earl's just like, I wish this group had told me there was a spider above my head, but apparently they didn't, and it went and landed on his ear, and he went and swatted. And he looks up at the light and just sees a little spider just going back up. And last night, so on the trail, we're just chilling at Buffalo Wild Wings, you know, after getting our pay and everything. We all wanted our food.
Yeah.
We all came to the consensus that the spider wanted his little 15 minutes of fame and wanted to get his pay in bugs.
Yeah.
Wow. As for, oh God, I'm blanking.
Okay. I got something for you. So you've obviously been in the scary industry for some time.
Yes.
Do you have like a favorite costume or like favorite act that you did? And if so, what was that?
Honestly, this one has been my favorite.
Really? So this year for you has been...
Yes. Well, minus meeting John Carpenter, of course, because at that point, they had me as a victim, whereas this time I got to be a main character in my scene. So I'm getting to come up with all kinds of dialogue, you know, just right on the spot, cracking
getting
jokes.
to play the role.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And, you know, there was points, you know, my partner in the scene wasn't there because, you know, either Scarefest or he just needed a break to be able to catch up on homework because he's under 18.
Yep.
Well, so for the last week, minus like one day, I was just sitting there coming up with line after line and just, you know, screaming at them, scaring them to death, and just chasing. And I'm usually not a runner because I'm asthmatic.
Yeah.
But getting to chase people into the next scene with them trying to, like, fumble over one another, it's a thrill.
Yeah, that's got to be a different... That's the opposite side of the coin. You know,
Yes.
I'm on the coin side that's like, I got to get out of here. Like, that's where I'm...
Oh, yeah, if you would have come through, you probably would have been running from us.
She's got the knife on me. Okay, Rob, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite... I mean, it sounds like you played a few different roles here. Give us the role. What's the one you love the most?
So far, this one has actually
Still
been my
this
favorite.
one too, man.
Because where I've kept my demonic sticks, like, yes, I loved my Mad Doctor stick that I did for 3 years. It was fun.
Yep.
But then when I was given the option of a mine shaft, somewhere where I know I can take advantage of terrain and essentially semi-parkour my way out of there.
Yeah. Bless you.
Excuse me.
And with how the layout was designed, it essentially turns into a giant echo chamber to where not many people outside of the mine can hear me. But if you are in the mine, it is ringing in your head.
And
Yeah,
echoing.
I actually heard you last night.
Oh, how was that one?
I'm just sitting there. Yep, there's Rob. That means they're coming closer. I should probably finish my water and get into my spot and not go to hotel and bug them. Because obviously, you know, Trail's one big family.
Yeah.
I would always go either to jail, you know, check on our prisoner there, because at the time, you know, I think she was suffering bronchitis. So,
Okay.
you know,
Nobody got time for that.
Well, that and, you know, having the chest pains, the coughing fits, and trying to scream, you know, let me out, I didn't do it, can't keep me here forever, you know, it's going to take a toll on the lungs and chest.
Yeah.
Especially considering all the dust.
Yeah.
Because I ended up with like a 2-week-long upper respiratory infection, and I'm just sitting there like hacking to the point I had to go to the ER to get a rescue inhaler. But if it wasn't there, I was going to hotel, which is right before mine. And I would just talk with the characters, Cornelius and Wisteria. And we'd just, you know, talk, have fun. And once we heard Graveyard go off, that would be my cue to jet, go into my spot. But hearing him last night, I'm just sitting there, why aren't they screaming back? Because usually we'll get into screaming matches with people. Or religious battles. That's always funny.
Which I did get into one of those.
Oh, man.
The same group tried with me, too.
What are they doing? They bring holy water at you? Or what?
They pretty much was doing the whole thing, like at the top of the mine shaft, just looking straight at me, just like...
They're hitting you with the Father, Son, Holy Spirit all at you live.
Oh, they were trying to tell me Jesus is going to save me and all this. I'm like...
They're like, guys,
you know,
this isn't my... I'm in character over here. Like, come on.
Oh, I just looked at them. Try saying that when you marry a demon. I'm like, you already
Come
met
back,
him.
clap back
On
of the
that
century.
note, though, with my previous scene, there was one night I actually had someone doing the Lord's Prayer in Latin towards me. So, thanks to being a fan of a band called Ghost, they have a song called Infestissimum, which is essentially the opposite of the Lord's Prayer, and I managed to have the whole thing memorized. So this one group is looking at the one guy in their group and me having an actual Latin battle, and like, what is going on?
Oh,
By the
my
way,
God.
Plug to Ghost right there. Phenomenal band, by the way.
The Ghost.
Just Ghost.
Just Ghost.
Yep, they used to
Band.
be called Ghost BC, but then switched to Ghost.
Favorite song? Give it to the
From
people.
new album, probably Spillways.
Spillways by Ghost.
Love it.
Yep, we'll have to give it a listen.
Older would be Cirice.
What's it called?
Cirice. Circe.
Is that what
Well,
language?
Cirice.
Or yeah.
What is
thank you.
what language is that? Is that French?
I believe it's French.
French? Okay. Yeah,
It was
that sounds
either French or
Baguette,
Italian,
you know,
one of the
Yeah,
same
it's
thing.
either French or Italian,
Pizza.
but
Baguette.
it is. They're just amazing.
Yeah.
French pizzas.
French pizza. Come on.
Man, you're making me hungry. I've only had some soup today.
Don't
And-
worry,
and
we'll get
some-
some souls when we get home.
I also
There
had
we
some
go.
Takis, and I think my soul left my body on that one.
That's why.
Wow.
Why were you dealing with my snacks? The hot stuff's mine.
The hot
think
stuff is
so.
the demon over here, okay? You need some spice.
Well, yeah, he is.
He's the spice.
But no, I wanted spicy for once, which in turn made him look at me like I was possessed.
like,
Like he was legit looking between the Taki's back and me, like,
I'm
what
like,
species are you?
did you have a stroke?
I can't imagine like you get off from the scary. You're like done with the scary scene for the day. Like say you just need a McDouble, and you go in through McDonald's. and You're like, yeah, let me get 2 McDoubles, plain. You pull up to
We
the
did
thing,
exactly that.
hand them the card. You look like you just rolled out of a grave.
In fact, even funnier, where we adopted pretty much one of the other actresses. She was pretty much in a state of, I want a boo bucket.
A
So-
boot bucket.
Boo bucket. It's the little Halloween pails from McDonald's.
Oh, okay. I had
And
that.
we also wanted food because
Well, you
we
did.
had already
I
been
don't
working,
really go
like-
for McDonald's.
Yeah.
Well, we had already been working like 3 hours that night.
Mm-hmm.
But get the order in, get towards
Pull
the
up to
area
the
to go
window.
pay.
Oh,
And then
heavens.
the moment we started rolling towards that window, one guy looked over and was just like,
You made me hit my
including
finger.
falling.
Jeez.
Yeah. Then went and got his buddy, who was just nope.
And then the other guy he was trying to show it to in the back was just like,
Yeah. The show doesn't stop. The show must go on, even in the McDonald's
Oh,
drive-thru.
even funnier, last night ended up scaring our leasing manager.
Oh,
because she had
they did
gone
not
through
know
the
they were
haunt.
leasing to some demons. That's for sure.
Well, she knew we were haunt actors, but she wasn't expecting this.
The full costume coming in.
She also wasn't expecting the vocals because usually my scream, if I'm victim, it's actually shrill, sounds like I'm being murdered.
Yeah.
But this time it was aggressive.
Yeah.
And she's just looking at me like,
Jeez.
what the heck?
You like bring your rent check in at 9 a.m. You're like, here you go, and you're like costumed out, and they're like, all right, well, must have just woke up or something. But
Just rolled out of the grave.
just rolled out.
Fresh from
Oh.
a dirt nap.
Fresh from the dirt nap. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna do a lightning round here.
Oh, boy.
Yep. So we've got about 4 or 5 questions, and both of you guys just blurt out your answers right off the bat. So the way it works is basically no right answer, basically like favorites. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. Ready? Favorite color.
Purple.
Black.
Favorite number.
7.
42.
Favorite food.
Chinese.
Bulgogi.
Favorite place.
Probably Germany.
That I've been to Australia.
Biggest crime you've committed.
I
We
actually
don't talk
haven't.
about it.
No, I was just kidding. I just wanted to do that for fun.
I've never
Um,
committed a crime.
No, we're not criminals over here. No criminals. No criminal act. They do scare people to death, which could be considered homicide.
I scared someone into an asthma attack.
I've knocked someone out because they jumped back so far and smacked the back of their head against a wall.
Concussed.
Only for their friend to shake them while looking at me going, "You killed him!"
Oh.
And as soon as I was about to break character to make sure he was alright, he wakes up, looks up and goes, "Oh!"
Yeah, because then you
Stands
wake
up
up.
and bolts.
That's what you see when you wake up from your concussion. You're like, yeah, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I think
Congratulations, I am now your shadow paralysis demon. Or sleep paralysis demon.
You shadow paralysis demon.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Some more random cues for you guys now that we've got the background in. We've heard about the scaries. I'm sure the Sunday scaries from these two are scarier than all of our Sunday scaries. But let's change topic here. No arms or no legs? Where are we going?
No legs.
No legs.
No legs.
No legs? What are we going no legs for? Need the hands?
I can still climb.
Climb. Oh my. Yeah,
I'd
you was
rather
talking
be
about
able
this.
to paint, do my photography, and play my bass
That's a good
instead of
answer.
walk.
That's a good answer. Blind or deaf?
Deaf, because I'm already halfway there.
Blind. I love my music too much.
Boom. She's got thoughtful answers for these. Sam's got some great answers here. She's, she wants to do her art. She wants to hear music. It's very tasteful. Let's see. Most embarrassing moment of your life. What's the thing that sticks out? You're like, wow, that is just most embarrassing. Let's hear it.
Now I've got to think of the ones that I haven't repressed.
Bring
I
them back.
actually don't think I have any embarrassing
Really? Nothing
stories.
too embarrassed about?
I was a loner.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I was the one goth kid in a sea of rednecks in my school.
Yeah. Because you said, what, Eastern, is it?
No, South Central Kentucky. I'm
Okay.
originally from Bowling Green.
Okay. Okay.
So going to the high school I went to, it was all a bunch of rednecks with daddy's money.
Yep.
And then I'm the one goth kid.
Yeah.
While as my school was all the rednecks that did not have daddy's money.
Yeah.
Instead, they had daddy's tractor.
Take you on a ride.
I'll
Big
say-
green tractor.
And that was normally 1 week every year.
Wow. Wow.
Actually, I do think I have an embarrassing story from
Give
high
it
school.
to me. We need it.
So I was obviously the goth kid, but I was also in ROTC for 2.5 years.
Okay.
I mean, I'm from a military family anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we had FFA days, and one of the days was bring your animal to school.
Wow.
My ROTC instructor brings his pet turkey named Dinner. I'm not kidding either.
Now, of all things you could name an animal.
He named it Dinner.
I mean, that's pretty
Man
funny.
of my own heart.
That's
Well-
a good. I mean, it's
Lack
good. It's terrible, but it's good.
Well, one of the kids that was in that block for ROTC comes to the door and says, hey, we need my last name to come to ROTC. Warrant officer needs her.
Mm-hmm.
Get down there. He's like, Sam, I need you to go chase my turkey. Warrant officer, what do you mean go chase your turkey? I mean, not going to say it.
Knucklehead.
Thank you. Knucklehead.
Some turkey.
Some knucklehead decided to let the turkey loose. You shut it.
Turkey on the loose. Turkey
In
on
a
the freaking
2-story
loose.
high school.
Oh, do you think it took the stairs or did it hit the elevator button?
There was no elevator.
Oh.
So I'm chasing this dang bird up and down the stairs, and somehow someone lets it out. And I'm chasing it all the way to the football field just for me to faceplant.
What do you do when you catch it though? Do you
I actually caught
Do you
it.
have a lasso?
No, I caught it with my own 2 hands.
That's great.
I had it like this when I caught it, tucked it under my arm, walked my happy butt back to the ROTC hall, handed it to warrant officer and said, here's your dang bird. I'm going to go sit in the armory. If I have to do that again, I will wring your neck.
Yeah. Put him in a headlock.
And then just proceeded to look at him and say, if you don't pluck this dang bird, I will, and I will fry it for Thanksgiving.
For dinner.
Hey, it meant I got out of math class.
Out of math.
I hate math.
No algebra for old Sam.
No, calculus.
Just turkey trotting.
It was calculus.
Oh, I liked calculus.
I didn't.
Alright.
I am not good at math.
Yeah.
I'm more of the science and art nerd.
I had a good calc teacher though. Shout out Miss Ferg. Miss Ferg was great.
I don't remember much of my teacher's
She was
names.
awesome.
Geometry was my mathematics.
Geometry. Well, you used the geometry and climbed around. You had the shapes figured out. You were ready to. I don't even know. That sounds crazy.
Not helping, I was essentially like the teacher's assistant because it's like, hey, we need this polygon, and I'll just end up folding it out of origami.
Boom.
Yeah, he tried teaching me origami. It did not work.
Could you do like the origami like bird? You know what I'm talking about? The classic. Yeah, I need one of those. I need one of those for sure.
You
Okay,
could make it.
so we went most embarrassing. Now I want to hear what is the most. What are you most thankful for? And obviously, I would say you guys are probably gonna say each other, which is sweet, and I guarantee that's true. But like, give me something. Like, what's something that you just appreciate? Like, what's something that you're really thankful for?
My family.
Fam, love that answer. What you got?
I'm grateful that we're able to keep ourselves good and healthy and be
Yep.
able to
Speak for
make it
yourself.
back. Well, I have to work for the both of us, so I'm trying to keep both of our health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm immunocompromised. So.
Yeah. So good health, family. Those are good things to be appreciative of. I mean, it seems like you guys, and you get to do what you like. I mean, you guys have been doing this for years now.
In fact, I'm surprised my voice isn't even more shot.
That's crazy.
Oh, mine is. I woke up sounding like a squeaky toy.
Yeah.
I had
Say I'm the squeaky toy.
Oh, it was great because I think it was Friday night. One of our long nights. Ended up screaming my head off at everybody.
Okay.
Walk into the makeup room. One person just looks at me after hearing me speak. Where are you hiding the squeaky toy? I just go.
Right here. Okay. Most irrational fear.
I've got a few.
Right. Hit me with 'em.
Spiders, clowns, chainsaws.
You work with clowns and chainsaws.
I'm talking about more of like the dark carnival style.
Uh-huh.
And luckily this one actually has a backstory. And it was from the Cancer Cops haunt.
Okay. Yep, we're talking about that.
I got chased by one of the clowns with a chainsaw and ended up with a couple chunks taken out of my foot.
They chopped you a little bit.
Where they actually had me as the victim, I had to be barefoot because they put a toe tag on me to make it look authentic.
Yeah.
Well, I slid across linoleum barefoot, and it took 2 pieces out of the top of my foot. While he had me back into a corner, just, get away from me, get away from me! Then there's also the claustrophobia.
Yeah. Well, that's legit. Claustrophobia. And I'd say you're probably not claustrophobic if you.
Oh, no.
Yeah. All right, so what's your irrational fears, if you have any?
More of like, oddly enough, being in crowds.
Really?
Like unless I am in a scenery that I'm used to, like if I'm going to Walmart, my normal mindset is get what's on the list, get it fast, get it gone.
Huh. See, I like to roam around.
And
So you're
even
in
if it's
you're
like-
in and out.
And
You're
even
in
if
and
it's
out.
like I go to a mall, if it's by my ruling, it's walk in, go straight there, straight out, get out.
Whereas me, I actually like to roam unless, obviously Walmart, because
Yeah.
that place just ticks me off.
Yeah.
Especially some of the idiots.
But
Well-
on the flip side, if you throw me into like LARP groups, I will talk with every person on the field, even
Yeah.
if there's like 50 people. And
Yeah.
And see, it's weird. I'm claustrophobic.
Depends on the scene.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
See, for me, it's weird because I'm claustrophobic, but I love concerts.
Huh. Are you a concert? Do you like concerts or no?
yes, in fact, my first concert was when
Warped Tour 2018, their last full cross country tour.
and got to get
Was that
my-
here? Did you guys go here?
No,
it was in Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Okay.
It's while we were actually living up north.
And I got to get into my first mosh pit with Kubla Khan.
Oh,
My
wow.
first mosh with Ice 9 Kills.
Wow.
Love them.
Lots of artists here that I've never heard of, but definitely gonna have to look back and check them out.
Well, Ice 9, metalcore, but they...
Ice 9 is a great name. That's
Right.
That's a great name.
And a lot of their songs are based off of horror movies or books.
You know what? Never mind. I'm not a big fan.
And oddly enough, you know how a lot of artists love to use autotune?
Of course. Yep.
They don't. Spencer sounds exactly the same live and on album.
That's good.
'Cause
It's always a good thing to find out.
Like,
Right?
if anything, it's just simply like clean off some echoes, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And then that same one, I got to meet my pretty much all-time favorite band, Motionless in White.
Wow.
I got
Story
to
of
meet,
my life.
oh my god, I loved it. And of course, Ricky had to pick on me.
Yeah.
Their guitarist. He's like, finally, someone shorter than me. I'm like, by an inch, Raccoon Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they just look at me like, oh my god, she is a creature.
Yeah.
And then I get to hand Chris a drawing I had done for him. It was just beautiful woman, long flowing hair, and it was based off their song Immaculate Misconception. So she had a crown of thorns, and her rib cage was open, and her hands were holding her heart. And I handed it to him, and he's just like, what?
Because that was probably, what did the art look like for that song? Do they even have any for that yet, or?
I don't know, because...
It sounds like they could use that, is what I'm saying. Like, that would be...
Well, see, I'd actually entered one of their contests, because for the album before their newest one, they were looking for album art. And the one I had done was a coffin with this woman's head coming out.
Wow.
Unfortunately, didn't win. Same for the one for Blackcraft, the clothing company.
Still cool, though.
Yeah.
Still cool. I mean, doing art like that's cool.
I mean, I've got people coming to me for tattoo ideas.
Really? So you guys, did you ever end up doing tattoos, or did you just, work there?
I've done 3 on myself.
Really? Okay. That's interesting. I don't think anyone wants me to tattoo them. I can't draw very well. I can't do that. Let's see. We'll start wrapping up here. But I do want to ask. Let me see. I've got my scroll here. My scroll of questions.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Let's see. How about we go with we talked about most feared animal. Let's talk about our favorite. What's the favorite animal that we've got here? Like what's one that you just really. It doesn't have to be your favorite of all time. Maybe one that I'll give you an example. Like me and my friend, we're digging orcas right now. We talked about orcas at 8 a.m. the other day. Shout out TREY, by the way.
I think mine would have to be the fennec fox.
The fennec? That is specific, and I like that.
Well,
What is that?
so,
Is that like a...
It's a species of fox, but they're so adorably small, but their ears are
their
so much
bodies
bigger.
are maybe this big. Their heads are this big, and their ears are this big.
Yeah,
it's their ears dwarf their head, and they're just adorable.
Yeah. Okay. What about you?
Might be a little obvious, but some rams.
Ram. I can see that one. Okay. We'll do 2 more questions, then we'll let you guys get out of here. But before we do that, obviously, as you guys have probably heard, one of the Meadows, Takeoff, has passed away in an accident. So we want to take a moment of silence right now for our guy, Takeoff. Take off. Shout out Takeoff. Shout out Migos. RIP. Gone too soon. All right. Pick 2 superpowers. Go. Lightning.
Super strength and flying.
Boom.
Flight and invisibility.
Love it. All right. What's the goal age? What age are you I need to get to that one? Do you have one?
I want to make it to at least 60.
60. 6.0. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm almost halfway there.
Boom.
Let's just see how far I can go.
There we go. Okay. That's all the questions I have for you guys today. And I want to say, first of all, thank you guys for being on the podcast. Episode 1, random folks from the mall turned out to be really great people. And they dressed up for the podcast. I mean, I couldn't have asked for 2 better guests for the very first episode. Any message you guys want to leave for the people, could be inspirational, could be fun, whatever you want to say, drop it now. Go for it.
Stay safe, don't do homework, and do your drugs. Wait.
I like it.
I think you got that backwards. Remember, kids, don't marry an idiot.
There it is. All right. Episode 1, Curious Kane in the books. Sam, Rob, thank you guys so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it. And best of luck in your scaries. Hopefully you scare the crap out of people. Hopefully you have fun doing it.
Oh, God,
and
yes.
Best of luck in general for all things you do. So thank you guys. We're out.